we are not ready to compromise with evil. We will not compromise with wrong. At tuloy-tuloy po ang aming paglaban sa kasalukuyang pamahalaan on principle. Kaya ayaw nilang lumusot yung aming impeachment eh. Mahihilot nila yan, maniwala kayo. Makabayan black pa. Nakita nyo naman kung paano nila nasama sa majority yan eh. Ha?
Yeah.
Yung amin lang impeachment ang genuine na talagang impeachment complaint. Kaya iyon po ang talagang ginawa nila ng lahat ng paraan para maharang. Halatang-halata naman po na talagang iniipit ng nila kasi ang gusto nila, ang umasenso lang, yung first impeachment na para sa akin, with all due respect to a brethren in the profession, is very flimsy. At meron pa pong doubt as to the origin ng complaint because this is a lawyer who in the past defended the First Lady. So, very doubtful. At saka, manipis po. Ha?
Last Monday, you issued a statement on the third impeachment complaint, supposedly the third. And you were saying in that statement, is that a joint statement? About to quote one of the phrases there, political coercion prevented the third impeachment complaint to reach the stage of being filed at the office of the House Secretary General. Can you elaborate what you refer to as political coercion?
Ang unang-unang coercion dyan ay yun ngang nung pumunta kami, we were ready with our complaints. The endorsers were on standby doon sa loob ng building ng mababang
Endorsers,
kapulungan.
you mean congressmen?
Congressmen, yes. We had at least 3 commitments. Ngunit, nagulat kami nang hindi tanggapin ng tanggapan ng pangkalahatang kalihim or Office of the Secretary General ng House of Representatives yung aming complaint on the very flimsy ground that the Secretary General was not physically present. She was purportedly in Taiwan
Yeah, receiving an
to
award.
receive an award.
Yeah.
So, ang naiwan po roon ay yung executive director, si Attorney Momoy Salonga, na sinabi sa amin na wala siyang kapangyarihan na tanggapin yung impeachment complaint. Na sinabi rin niya doon sa so-called Makabayan Block noong unang nagtangka na ipatanggap din yung kanilang impeachment complaint. Na
Yeah.
para sa amin, hindi po ito tamang dahilan sapagkat ang nakalagay po sa batas, sa mismong rules ng House ay the Office of the Secretary General. Doon kami po ay pumunta roon, pagdating namin, nandoon naman yung Executive Director. May mga empleyado naman doon, mayroon namang silya, may mesa, may computer, may aircon. Ibig sabihin, hindi naman dinala ni Attorney Garafil
It's not
yung
the person.
tanggapan
Oo.
doon sa Taiwan.
Oo,
Nandoon naman yung office.
It's not the person, but the office.
Yes, and then, natatawa nga ako kasi sinabi nga no executive director who admitted on video that he was the second in command, so to speak, doon sa tanggapang yon. Bakit hindi niya tanggapin? Diba? It is standard operating proceeding or procedure in any government office, in any office for that matter, na pagka umalis yung head of office, may officer in charge na designated to attend to the day-to-day affairs of that office. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, kung ikaw ba magpa-file ng kaso, kailangan yung huwes nandoon sa korte. Hindi naman, di ba? O kung may ipatatanggap kang letter o correspondence or anything sa Office of the Mayor, let's say ng Maynila, kailangan bang nandun si Mayor Isko Moreno para tanggapin? Eh bakit ito? Kailangan nandoon mismo yung Secretary General para tanggapin.
Receiving clerk lang, pwede na eh.
Yes, actually. So, besides, it is Hornbook doctrine that the receipt of an impeachment complaint is ministerial. Wala pong discretion given to the office whether or not to receive. Kaya kapuitan po yung sinasabi ni Congressman Adyong na it's not a walk-in transaction kasi titignan pa kung may merit o hindi. Hindi po ganoon. Wala po discretion. Yung sufficiency as to form and substance is determined in the Committee of Justice after it is referred to the committee by the Speaker. May mekanismo po yan. It is not for the office of the Secretary General or any factotum in that office to determine whether there is sufficiency in form and substance. So, halatang-halata naman po na talagang iniipit ng nila kasi ang gusto nila, ang umasenso lang, yung first impeachment na para sa akin, with all due respect to a brethren in the profession, is very flimsy. At meron pa pong doubt as to the origin ng complaint because this is a lawyer who in the past defended the First Lady. So, very doubtful. At saka, manipis po. Ha?
15 pages nga lang, talaga literally manipis.
Kami, 44 pages, not including thousands,
Napindot mo.
literally thousands of pages of documentary evidence and several USB drives of photographic and video evidence. So, yun po nakakahinayang. Kaya lang, kita nyo naman, tinanggap din nila yung impeachment complaint ng Makabayan. Thereafter, meron nang nagsisirculate na mga litrato na nagla-launch sila. So, mukhang co-opted na rin yung second impeachment complaint ng Makabayan. What do you expect from a group that has a strategic and tactical alliance with the majority? So, para sa amin, yung amin lang impeachment ang genuine na talagang impeachment complaint. Kaya iyon po ang talagang ginawa nila ng lahat ng paraan para maharang.
So when you say volumes of evidence, pages, thousands of pages, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a strong case. You go by the numbers.
Of course not. Hindi naman paramihan yan. It's not quantitative, it's qualitative.
Yeah.
Pero para sa amin din po, may quality rin yung aming complaint.
Oh.
We really studied it. We collected evidence. We collated evidence. And we organized them in a systematic manner to bolster yung grounds namin for impeachment.
Ano yung mga grounds nyo?
All the grounds stated in the Constitution except for treason because treason is a wartime crime.
Okay.
Oo.
So, di ba, kinasuhan din yung si PBBM for sa China, ano? So, hindi kasama yon. Yung siya sa The Hague. Is it that reason?
Kasama yung extraordinary rendition
is
of
not
former
that
President Duterte.
treason, di ba?
Sorry. Hindi kasi wala namang gera.
Okay.
That is culpable
That's
violation of the Constitution.
War on drugs. So-called war on drugs.
Iba naman yun.
Oh.
So that is one. Yung sa insertions, of course, 23, 24, 25 GAA, for which we had already filed earlier cases before the Ombudsman dun sa mga insertion.
A separate case against PBBM.
Yes, yun ang unang-una eh.
Anong file kayo? When was that?
That was last year, if memory serves.
Oo.
That was almost contemporaneous with the filing before the Supreme Court of the case for the insertions for being unconstitutional. Oo, yung certiorari yun eh.
Oo.
Yun ang hihiringin itong Abril sa
Yung
sa Baguio,
Yun yung
ng
sa petition
Supreme
nyo.
Court.
Oh.
That was a
February nga ba yun?
April. April
April.
yung kanilang 23 and 28 kung hindi ako nagkakamali.
Oo. Ang tagal naman.
Oo nga pero we know that the Supreme Court is busy with other cases. Kasi sa atin po iba po kasing setup ng Korte Suprema. Sa Amerika, 90% of the cases or even more I would suppose no longer reach the Supreme Court. At saka kasi midterm sila eh.
Oh, yeah.
They start in the first Monday of October. Parang dito, may recess. Dito walang recess, ngunit ang daming dumarating sa Supreme Court kasi maraming appeals tayo as a matter of right. Especially appeals from the Sandigan Bayan diretso po sa
Automatic.
Supreme Court. Yes, oo.
Oo.
Mhm.
Pero
Hindi-
sir,
oo.
pero I mean yung sa impeachment mo, sa impeachment nyo, because of that na hindi tinanggap, nag-declare si Congresswoman Luistro, Chairman of the House Committee on Justice, effectively only the two were accepted, and it starts the reckoning of the 1-year ban or the bar on the filing of cases. So no more daw, they will not accept any more impeachment complaints. Sarado na sa
Of
first
course, yun lang naman ang gusto nila eh. Yun naman talaga gusto nila eh. That was according to plan. Yun yung another case of stick to the plan.
Oh. Pero nga, yung ini-invoke nila dito, yung Francisco rule ng Supreme Court, di ba ayaw nga lang tanggapin yung Francisco Court rule ng Supreme Court because on the case of VP Sara?
Para sa amin, it is smooth. Kasi, itinransmit na nga yung complaint, yung dalawang complaint.
Oo.
Yun nga po ang plano nila. Kaya nga, hindi nila tinanggap
Oo.
yung sa amin. Ewan ko kung anong arrangement nila sa Makabayan. Ano? Kasi, siyempre, alam naman tanggapin nila yung Makabayan, hindi nila tanggapin yung amin. So, there was a rokos. Pero, alam niyo naman ang Makabayan eh. Very malleable yan. The Makabayan bloc belongs to the malleable opposition, ready to coalesce with the with the majority, basta may benepisyo sila. Kaya nga, ang lagi kong sinasabi, ang PDP lamang ang genuine opposition na hindi co-opted ng mga oligarko. Kasi, alam naman nating lahat common knowledge naman, di ba? O, yung NUP, ang nasa likod niyan ay si Enrique Razon.
Oh.
Yung NP, ang nasa likod niyan, yung mga Villar. Yung NPC, ang nasa likod niyan ay si Ramon Ang. So, PDP is the only party na hindi co-opted, hindi backed by oligarchs at walang link sa Communist Party of the Philippines. Hindi po kami front organization. We are the genuine opposition. We are not ready to compromise with evil. We will not compromise with wrong. At tuloy-tuloy po ang aming paglaban sa kasalukuyang pamahalaan on principle. Kaya ayaw nilang lumusot yung aming impeachment Mahihilot nila yan, maniwala kayo. Makabayan block pa. Nakita nyo naman kung paano nila at nasama sa majority yan
Yeah. Chairman nga siya ng committee.
Kaya nga Kaya at saka after tinanggap body-body na agad sila, nag-lunch na agad sila. Ayan, nilabas namin yung retrato.
Kailan?
Meron, may picture ako
Lunch
dito.
with whom?
With Miro Kimbo and the speaker. Yung Makabayan Block. Kitang-kita yung
A day
Makabayan
after
Block.
or what? How many days after?
A day after yata. Nag-ando na. So, wala yan.
Kasi members sila ng house. You mean the endorsers?
The endorsers.
Kasi members
Pero,
sila ng house, so normally.
bakit naman sila lang? At saka pagkatapos. I mean, di ba? We were not born yesterday.